What is up, everybody? I'm CoralBonsai, excited to be here, cracking on straight from finishing the last recording session. Yeah, fun fact. I discovered this slime farm that I built. I thought I only had to dig out 2 blocks on either side of these platforms, but large slimes apparently get stuck, and so they can't fall. So we bumped this side out to 3 blocks, and it's actually working better. So now I need to go around and push back all 3 of these walls, which means we also need to move our minecarts, which means we also need to move our iron golems. This is starting to lead up to be a very large task, but it might actually clean this place up, so I might be able to get rid of these things. So yeah, that being said, I'm going to crack off to doing that and hopefully get to a much better place to actually get this episode rolling than where I am right now. So sit back and enjoy while I run around like a chicken with my head cut off for the next couple of hours. I'll catch you guys when I got work done. Okay, so a major progress update here. As you can kind of see, there are some big differences to this farm now. I was messing around, and when I was mining out all the blocks to bump these walls out to 3 blocks wide, I kind of decided that this farm needed way too much work, and I was not going to deal with it with the current state that it was in. So instead of trying to fix the design that I had, I actually just made this one, which I found online thanks to Nembomb, and this design takes these chests here, and when items fall into the water streams, excuse me as I yawn, they go in and they hit those chests, and they actually go through the gap in between them and get picked up by that hopper, and that hopper is linked to a chest behind it, so as slimes fall down, they'll land in this, and they'll get pushed across, except right here. They don't, well, at least I don't get pushed across there. But as you see, I get pushed all the way across to the end of this water stream, and if I were to get pushed into that one, I'd land into the magma and start taking damage. So it's actually quite a useful system. But then I also added in these guys here to kind of give the slimes some reason to leave these platforms, because the way the original design of this farm worked, they would just hop around on these platforms until they fell off, but I want them to get off here a little bit quicker than that. So that's why I put the iron golems back in. I'm probably going to throw them over on this side too. Now, one thing I am missing is magma. I need more magma to fill in the rest of these spaces, so that way no matter where a slime falls, they will take damage, and then the slime balls, which they drop, will get shoved off into the corners. So, my goal now is to go into the nether and try and gather up some more magma. I'll catch you guys when I got some of that. So, I have officially gathered all the magma I need. I placed them in, and I even went so far as to put some ice along the stone blocks where there were pressure plates. And as you can see, it looks like it's working really well. So what I want to do now is I actually want to go AFK for a little bit, and I want to see just how many slimes this thing spawns. Of course, I'm now seeing I'm going to have to figure out what the height is of the iron golems that the slimes can see, because this guy does not seem interested at all in the other iron golems. So that will be a step for after this, but for right now, I just want to sit here and figure out what type of rates this thing will give me. So I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to set a timer for, let's say, 2 hours and see what happens. Alright, so it has been just about 2.5 hours since I decided to go AFK, and I have already taken and compiled all the slime balls I got into one chest. So here you can see I got just about a stack and a half in 2.5 hours, which honestly, in my opinion, isn't bad. Like, that could be better. That could be a lot better. But I'll take that for what I've got right now. So 64 plus was 33. That's averaging about 48 slime balls every hour. So yeah, that's not terrible. That is not a terrible rate by any means. I would be curious to see what ways I can improve this. I know right now one of the ways to improve this is to actually go light up all the areas around this place, because I haven't even attempted to do that yet. And obviously I need to figure out the iron golems, but that's going to be a somewhat big project, as I have to figure out how to pillar up there. So before I get my hopes up of starting that and finishing that in today's episode, I'm actually going to go do some video editing, see where we're setting on that, and I'll let you know what happens when I get back. Alright, so after looking at the recording time, yeah, we're nowhere near being done. I kind of forgot the fact that I haven't put a time lapse in this video yet, so we can keep going for quite some time. That being said, I guess I've got my inventory all set here. I've got the blocks I need to make iron golems. I've got the fence gates, and I even grabbed some more slabs so I can make some more platforms. So I guess, yeah, let's crack on to it. I'm gonna see how many of these I can knock out before I kind of give up and decide it's time to take a cut. That's usually what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling and get off to it. Yeah, so I didn't get bored. I actually had a lot of fun. I was talking to a few of the other server members and having a blast and just chugging on through. And before I knew it, here we are. I have officially put in every single layer. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I'm missing one. I think there's 10 layers actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think there's 10 layers there for slimes to spawn on. I do need to move. I'm gonna keep this area here, this glass area here, because I think it looks really nice, and it's really nice and close to the farm. So if anything ever happens, I'm right here. But I do need to move this area up so I can make another platform for going AFK at, where I need to be standing at, I think, y equals 60. I need to finish putting in the iron golems, because I've only got 3 in on either side, and I need to put in the ones for the rest of the platforms. I think that's where I'm going to take this. And then this farm is pretty much done. So I might finish this episode off by doing a short time lapse of just running the farm AFK for a while, seeing what happens, and overall seeing how many slimes actually get produced. I'm actually going to come right here and bump this out for the time being, so I remember this is where I need to go for being AFK. But yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea, is doing the whole time lapse at the end, just kind of talking to you guys for a little bit. So I'm gonna go grab some stuff to make the iron golems and crack on to doing that. So hopefully that doesn't take me too long. And this should be the last cell. Just pop that on there, watch them drop down, and by golly, next thing you know, you are all done. Alright. Right, except I gotta get rid of this pillar first. And figure out where I was here. There you go. Oh, cool. SX Cobra must have finally fixed the iron farm. We're having some issues where it's actually producing too much. Believe it or not, that is actually a possibility. Wow. I'm not lined up with that hole. Nice to see I just did that on camera. Okay, place this final block. There we go. Yay! We're all done. So this is the slime farm all up and running. All I need to do is go up a little bit and make a platform for me to go AFK at. And that pretty much, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I'm going to do a time lapse of me going AFK at this place for a little bit. I'm gonna have to remember to do that tomorrow morning because it's currently 11:30 at night. But yeah, so I'm gonna cut this clip here and wait until tomorrow morning to start this thing AFK for probably an hour or two, see how many slime balls we can get, and try and calculate just how much this thing produces in 1 hour. I'm excited. Can't wait to get this running. We are back, ready to go AFK. Of course, it took me a little bit longer than I expected because I woke up this morning and had a bit of encouragement. So I built this little bunker, which I will eventually decorate more. And over here I built this nice little AFK spot for me to stand, where I have a nice view down into the farm. So I am going to set a timer, and I'm going to let this thing go AFK for 2 hours while I record it. Hopefully we'll be able to see the slimes actually jumping down into the pit and dying, and get a rough estimate as to how many of these things actually spawn in and die. So here we go for our 2-hour time lapse. So this is a big bummer. I just spent the last 2 hours recording, standing right here looking down at this farm, for a nice 2-hour time-lapse video. Unfortunately, it is the most boring thing to watch ever, because for some reason it didn't look like any slimes spawned on this top platform. So, I'm just going to cut it out of the video. It's not going to be in here. But in here you can see this is all the slime balls that we have actually gathered from this farm since we turned it on. These ones right here are what we just got during that 2-hour period, which I calculated it. It comes out to be about 200 slime balls per hour if it keeps up at the rate it's going, which is not bad at all considering the pure size of this farm and the fact that I haven't even finished lighting up all the caves around here. But that'll be a project for another time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. See ya. Bye.